Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode number 2 of Mark's at Night. Of course, you know who I am, Mr. 6'9", JT, joined by my co-host, Mr. Always Down to do a TV show. Look at those guys. Damn, brother, you look pretty cool.
Hey, too sweet me on that.
Too sweet you, no problem. Now, of course, the first episode was great. We had Razor Sharp in explaining why he turned on PME and the fans, and that went pretty well. Very great episode. Thank you all for checking it out, retweeting it, sharing it on YouTube. Make sure you go ahead and click the link. Click all the links that are inside the videos to all of our supporters and sponsors. And this shiny United States title right here, of course, is up for grabs right now. Go to whatamaneuver.net. Purchase one of our t-shirts, Marks with Mikes. Damn, you're wearing one.
Right.
I think I'm wearing one. And this exclusive jacket's not available yet. But make sure you purchase it. Take a picture. Send it to our DMs. Let us know that you purchased it. We'll go ahead and post it. Contest ends, people, March 28th. Exclusive drawing. We're going to be doing that live, and we will be giving away this title to one lucky winner. Just one. I'm not giving out another one. Not two. Sorry.
I mean, if you're a wrestling fan, you know you want a replica championship that costs like $400. You buy a T-shirt, you look sweet, you get entered in the drawing for one of those. You know.
I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to be like our truth, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Or you can celebrate Rusev Day.
Yeah, I mean, so much you can do. You can even be John Cena and do an open challenge. I mean, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, right there? Just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of championships, if you're wondering what this internet championship is doing right here for the old UXWA, that would lead us to our second guest on the show.
Yes, our second guest. So our second guest, people, just recently won the Internet TV champion. As a matter of fact, here's a clip of him actually talking about challenging at that point champion Derek, the director, or Derek Direction, however you want to put that, Mr. Neon Tarantino. But with that being said, roll that clip.
Derek, congrats, brother. You can make a meme. You actually seem far more dedicated to that than you do to actually wrestling. See, we're going on about 4 months now since you defended your title last. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. This Saturday, I'm going to take the title off your hands. That way you have a lot more time to exercise your thumbs, practice your Twitter, since that's all you care about, and I'm going to treat the title with the respect it deserves. Okay? And I'm going to wave, and I'm going to laugh as you bitch and moan all the way out the door. Because, Derek, you're looking at the new UXWA Internet TV Champion. See you this Saturday, bud.
Look, the clip already said enough, but I'm going to hear from the horse's mouth himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the new UXWA Internet Champion, Ryder Reid.
What's up, boys?
Hey, man, what's going on?
How you doing?
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show. Could not wait to get this done, man. We had our eye on you for quite some time, but now that you have that gold, brother,
Yeah, man. Beautiful, ain't it?
you're hot. You're hot right now. I'm talking about you're the internet champion, which means you, my friend, you control the internet. You're
Practically Al Gore. Yeah.
Al Gore. So I'm basically wearing these sunglasses right now because you're wearing your sunglasses, and I thought it would look cool that we all wear sunglasses at night.
I like it.
Shout out to Corey Hart. But with that being said, man, I mean, I know it's kind of hard finding Markout Island over here, but I know Razor Sharp had an issue finding it. Do you have any problems finding it at all?
No, because I'm not an idiot.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. And, of course, the older you are, the crazier GPSs look to you. What is this thing? Why is it talking? With that being said, man, I mean, I know you've had a pretty long journey. How'd you get started into this business?
Well, obviously like anybody else, I watched a lot as a kid. And just like a lot of people, actually, I fell out in high school. I wasn't watching for a couple years. And then I was at my brother-in-law's house one day, and Pat, Mr. Ronald Two Legs.
Yeah.
I was over at his house, and he had Raw on TV, and I was like, man, like I used to love this as a kid, and it was actually my first time like seeing guys like Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and I was like, man, there's a lot of new faces here, and for the next couple days, I was really thinking, I was like, man, that's what I wanted to do when I was a kid. Like I wanted to be a professional wrestler,
right.
And so after thinking about it for a couple days, I started looking into schools, like just seeing what was out there. Stumbled upon AIW.
Oh, shout out to AIW. Shout out to all the good guys out there, and definitely thank you for keeping that school up and running. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And thus far, best decision I ever made.
Best decision you ever made in life. Now, honestly, you said you fell out of wrestling. Me personally, I never fell out, only because it's a rabbit hole, man. Once you fall in, it's kind of hard to get out. I fell in that rabbit hole back in 1988 when I seen my very first match that I can remember as a kid. And I'm watching this match, and instantaneously I was hooked.
What was that match?
The match back in 1988, honestly, I can't even tell you it right now. I know my dad has a recording somewhere of me as a 2-year-old just at the front of the TV, just staring at the TV and would not move. But I'm pretty sure it was Hogan inside the match because I was a huge Hogan mark as a kid. I mean, I'm talking about baseball glove with a leather belt going through the glove, wearing it as a title. That's how broke I was that's how broke my parents were as a kid because of course I didn't have any money.
I mean, it happened though.
It happened.
Who wasn't a Hogan mark to grow up in the 80s? It was Hulkamania, brother. But I thought maybe it was going to be WCW from the way you say AIW, you being from the South and all that.
Well, listen, my very first WCW match that I can recall was, let's see, they came to the Palm Beach Auditorium. I believe it was the Stinger, and I believe Sid Justice was there. You had them. You had Harley Race was there. You're talking about 80s, man. At 80s and 90s during that era. So during that time, man, WCW was big in the South.
Put it this way, I wasn't even born until 96.
God damn. Man, 1996, I believe I was like in at least my umpteenth fight. At that time, I mean, I got into plenty of fights, being the big guy. Everyone wants to push the button and just to see how big the big guy can get. Man, 96, damn. Whoa, so you're 96, so you're going to be 23 this year.
23 next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Look at that. So 23 years old. I mean, man, you're the same age as my younger brother. Now, if my younger brother, Justin, if I can actually get him on the show, he'll tell you how many times I actually powerbombed him and put the sharpshooter on him, the crossface crippler, walls of Jericho.
That's what happens when you have an older brother.
That's what little brothers are for.
Who's a wrestling fan.
Oh yeah, I mean, who needs a wrestling buddy when you have a actual live
human
person
being
that you can do that to, right?
What?
And the sound effects are actually real.
Right.
So with that being said, so you signed up for AIW, okay, and you're there, you're training. What was it, far as the training that made you say, you know what, I can do this? Because I myself had taken a couple bumps, and after 2 or 3 bumps, I was like, nah, I'm good. So what made you say, you know what, I could take a couple more bumps?
Bumping has never really been like the actual issue for me, and obviously it wasn't even really the physical aspect of wrestling that was my issue.
Right.
At the time that I had started training, I had a 2-year-old daughter, and we were in the house buying process, and my wife had just gotten pregnant.
Oh wow!
So a lot of people when they're about to have their first kid, they fall out of wrestling, and understandably so. Life gets extremely hectic and busy.
Yeah.
I had just started, and I already had all of this plus another one on the way.
Oh wow!
So training for my debut through her pregnancy and trying to be there for her and raising a 2-year-old and figuring out what owning a house is. That was, excuse me, that was the real rough part for me. Wrestling was never the issue. But yeah, I guess I have a bit of a different story there.
I mean, everyone's story is different,
Right.
The world moves to a different kind of drum, What may be right for some may not be right for others, so everyone has a different...
You about to sing the Different Strokes song?
I was, but I totally fucked that up. What was it? Now the world don't move to a beat of just one drum. Oh, that's what it is.
Anyways, I was going to say, speaking of your daughter and whatnot, there was a little incident at the last UXWA show involving you and Derek, at Wrestling 25-8. Speaking of which, put that title up on your shoulder, brother.
Yes,
you
sir.
earned
Yes,
it there,
sir. Yeah, you definitely
Yeah. Now, you and Derek went back and forth on Twitter quite a bit leading up to that match. It was pretty entertaining. The Neon Tarantino directing his different productions, if you want to call them that, and whatnot. And you were able to fire back with some pretty funny ones of your own as well.
Man, I love that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So leading into the match, how did it all break down for you? I mean, he, like we were saying in the match, he jumped on your back at one point and tried to use you as a skateboard and said, "I can skateboard too."
He called me out. He said that I couldn't skate.
Yeah.
So I showed him that I could.
We saw that you could as you skated into the studio.
Right.
So.
Derek's issue has always been that he doesn't focus on the task at hand. I said that before our match too. He's an internet warrior, a keyboard warrior.
Twitter.
He's fantastic at Twitter. Unfortunately, Twitter doesn't help you win matches.
As I can see.
Right. And even in the match, he was so worried about, embarrassing me and just, playing a gimmick. And it backfired. He underestimated me.
Well, as I was mentioning your daughter, too, I mean,
Right.
you wrestle in AIW as well, but UXWA is a little bit more of a family show.
Right.
Your daughter was there, and it's more of a PG vibe, but Derek actually forced you to flick off your own daughter in the audience, and that must have made you pretty mad.
I was kind of, I'm not going to lie, like, I laughed a little bit inside. I was like, wait, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it was actually...
We'll bleep that.
Like, looking back now, Derek had just had me up on his shoulders and dumped me from inside the ring all the way down to the floor. And so, I'm recovering. He did that while I was pretty hurt.
Right.
And honestly, I don't know if the match would have turned out the same way had he not done that. That was probably the fuel to the fire that I needed.
Right, yeah.
That would have fueled up anybody. I mean, honestly,
my perfect little angel does not deserve that.
No, she's
very cute. I saw her at the show, and that was over the line.
It was. I mean, he's a line star.
And during his entrance, did you guys see? He grabbed her glasses that Philly Collins gave her,
right,
and broke those.
I mean,
disrespectful. Yeah,
Derek, what's up, man? I mean, these are children. What are you doing?
So he's the child.
What are you doing?
Well, like we found out, I mean, you're a young cat in the business, and just overall, is this your first singles title?
First title period.
Nice. So that was a special moment for you, getting
Absolutely.
your first title, having your daughters there and everything.
Yep.
That was pretty awesome. Describe, what did you feel when they put that belt on your shoulder?
Honestly, especially with the way that it happened with just like a roll up. When I heard the bell ring, I was looking at Tom Dunn, who is a fantastic referee, by the way. I was looking at Tom Dunn, and I was just like, "Are you sure? Like, are you sure you counted 3?"
Right.
And then he handed me the title. Derek is in the ring bitching how he does, and I just enjoyed every single second of it. I went right over to my wife, and I gave her the biggest hug and kiss, and just thanked her for having my back through training and supporting me and pushing me, and to enjoy that moment with her and with my daughter was absolutely amazing.
Very nice.
I mean, that must have been like a Ric Flair moment, like when he won the Royal Rumble. Out of all the moments, this is the greatest moment in my life. And he's holding the title. I mean, I was happy for you, honestly. Like, I was ecstatic. I'm like, man, this is good. You get to do this in front of your wife, your kid, and they get to see you win this title.
Yep.
All this training, all this hard work, all the long nights, all the coming home,
all the nights of being away from them. Like,
yes,
right.
I mean, this paid off, and for me, man, I mean, nothing is bigger than that. Just to see the look on their faces as you walked over holding that title, man.
The pride that they had.
Yeah, I mean, that, hands down, that was my moment for the night.
This right here is a lot more than the Internet TV Championship. This is, a symbol of what you were just saying, of the hard work and support that they gave me. This is a lot more than just the Internet TV title.
Now, we've seen what Derek did as champion. What are you going to do different as far as being the champion of the Internet? The Internet TV champion. What are you going to do different?
Make this title mean a lot more than just Twitter. I'm actually going to defend it.
Wow.
As I said beforehand, Derek went over, it was about 4.5 months since he had defended it previously. That's a quarter of a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like a quarter
Like
of
a
review there.
Brock Lesnar schedule.
It's like
Yeah.
a Dean Ambrose United States Championship reign, I was going to ask you, I mean, wrestling is a great moment for you, but it's what have you done for me lately sort of business. So we talked to Razor on the first episode. We got the 5-year anniversary UXWA coming up in, March, I believe?
Yep.
So are you going to be defending that title at that event? Are you going to give
Absolutely.
Derek a rematch, or are you looking for another challenger?
If Derek wants a rematch, he's more than welcome. Maybe he'll take me a little more seriously this time.
Mm-hmm.
However, those decisions are not in my hands.
Right.
I leave those decisions to the people in charge because I'm mildly respectful. And honestly, as generic as it sounds, I'll take on any comer, anybody, any quantity of wrestlers, anybody.
There you go.
Title is open.
Look, you all just heard it right here first. All right? Ryder Reid has just issued an open challenge. Derek, if you want to step up to the plate, reclaim your Internet title and only defend it once every 4 months, whatever, go right ahead. Or to any open challenger out there who wants to go ahead and step up to the plate, I got my money on Ryder Reid. I don't care who you are. So take that to the bank and cash it.
Derek, if you want to come on the show to retort, then feel free. Either way.
I mean, he probably won't come on the show. He'll probably just do it via Twitter.
That's just
No, Derek, seriously. There's an open space on this couch anytime. And anytime you want to come on, man, and rebuttal this, we're more than happy to have you here. More than happy. What is next for Ryder Reid besides defending this title at I Got 5 on it?
Right now, I'm working on the body. I'm hitting the gym a lot.
hit the weights, brother.
And honestly, just trying to get better. When a title gets on your shoulder or around your waist, target comes on your back along with it.
Yeah, you initially have to work even harder than what you worked
Right.
to actually get the title.
So my goal right now is to work hard enough to be able to handle that target.
Well, you know what? I have no doubt in my mind that you will not have a problem doing that. I mean, you worked this hard to get here. I don't think you're going to be slouching anytime soon.
Absolutely not.
At all. So with that being said, I cannot wait to see the adventures of Ryder Reid all over Twitter, all over Instagram, and as well as showing up maybe at different promotions. Who knows?
Well, I was going to say, he'll be at the next UXWA show, as we know, but we talked about AIW as well. You said Harley Race earlier. It made me think of their next event. Shout out to them. Going is going to be at the Tadmore Shrine on February 23rd, I believe, right?
Yep.
So if you want to meet a wrestling legend, go check that out. But you going to be at that card? You got any upcoming bookings that you want to plug that people can check you out at?
I'll be at the Harley Race show.
That's in Akron, rather.
Correct.
February 23rd. Yeah.
My February schedule is actually pretty packed. I got multiple QCW events. I got a Midwest Championship Wrestling event down in Marion, Ohio.
Nice.
Man, I'm getting everywhere.
Nice.
Well, if you guys know where to find them, book them. And book them fast. Because if you don't book them fast, your ass is left out. I'm just going to be honest. You're going to be left out the whole entire mix. This guy is as hot as hemorrhoids. Damn! So you want to go ahead and... You know what? Scratch that. He's as hot as lava. Hot as lava. We're not going to say hemorrhoids. I had that issue back in 2008. Not a fun thing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's worse than shingles.
This is a show for happy thoughts. We don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Is it all clear?
Oh, yeah, it's all clear. Yeah, no more hemorrhoids.
You see him sitting in that chair comfortably, you know.
I'm very comfortable. It's not like I'm wearing an ass donut right now.
Well, we don't know that.
Could be. Now, well, with that being said, man, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I cannot wait to see what happens with you going forward. Just know we're going to be paying close attention to you in the internet television title. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ryder Reid, everybody, the UXWA Internet TV champion. Make sure you follow him on Twitter, Instagram. You're on the Book of Faces, right?
I'm on the Book of Faces.
He's on the Book of Faces. Also follow him there as well. But that's been the show. Join it right now. We'll see you guys later at Mark 7. Welcome to another edition of 21 Questions.
And solids.
So your solids, Ryan, looks like your stripes.
Yep.
So gotta ask you 21 questions here, man.
All
Alright. It's gonna be some serious tough questions, like very serious. So
Just first question, just to be clear, we are playing for the belt, right?
Hell no.
no, you don't get that though if you wrestle. So that was actually one of the 21.
Seriously, guys, how do you get out of this place? There's so many doors.
How long have you been here?
I don't know. I'm just trying to find out. I don't know.
Right out that door.
Are you sure? Because I already tried this way.
Why did you even...
No idea. He's been here a whole week.
It's like a lost puppy dog.
Is that what that smell is? Does he shower?
We have a sink, but I don't know if he showered. I think he takes bubble baths, so maybe he cleans himself like a cat. I don't know.
He strikes me as like a guy with like a rubber dog.
He's like a snake, he just molts and comes out of the skin.
He's been here a whole week. God damn. I'm on subject here. Second question.
I forgot what it was for a second.
No, the first question is that I was
You agreed that the belt was mine.
No, it's not the case. It's not the case. Now, with that being said, I gotta know, when it comes down to it, are you a Ford guy or a Chevy guy?
I drive a Focus ST.
So that makes you a Ford guy. Ford guy. All right. Boo. Okay. Because I own many Lincoln Town cars, and I can tell you, the head gasket is the first thing that goes. All right. Next question. Would you rather be trapped inside of a room full of pizza or trapped in a room full of steak?
How is the steak cooked?
Medium rare. What do you mean medium rare? Got a little blow.
Okay, what do you expect?
Okay. All right. Next question. We're gonna call it. Are you going with the Browns or the Indians on winning the championship first?
With the way that the Indians offseason is looking, I'm going Browns all the way.
Browns Nation.
We got Baker May, it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean the tribe hasn't signed anybody.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to be worse.
Oh yeah, I definitely believe so. I mean, I think at this point, you might as well just change the name at this point because you haven't done anything to the team. Next question. LeBron James or Kyrie Irving?
As far as what, I mean, neither one of them are loyal. They brought us the title. If you're just going talent alone, obviously it's LeBron James.
Okay.
He came back at least.
Yeah, he did. He actually did come
He
in.
left too.
Yeah. Reminds me of my family. Come and leave and come. Whenever you feel like it. Hi, Dad.
Wow.
All right, next question. If we're going that route, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
LeBron James.
Okay, you know, I'm only going to let that slide because when you were born, LeBron wasn't even inside the league. Michael was on his way out. So I'll give you that one.
Yeah, that was one.
Yeah, Michael was on his way out.
Michael was
By the time I started watching, you know,
Second
Michael
repeat.
was long gone.
Well, you know, when you think about it, when Michael came back to play for the Wizards, man, you were like,
Hey, we don't talk about that. That never happened. It's like Rocky 5. You don't include it.
Rocky 5 happened. It definitely happened.
Not in my brain.
Okay, next question. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
Thank you. Someone has sense around here. You know that last guy was in here? Was in Lost for like a week?
I mean, that kind of explains it.
I was gonna
But listen,
say,
like, like Androids are definitely more customizable, but I like the iPhone operating system a lot more.
Okay. All right. Next question. Trish Stratus or Sable? Trish Stratus. You're picking Trish Stratus over Sable?
Yeah, that's kind of a dumb question.
I mean, well, yeah, she's more talented.
He's too young to remember when Sable did that Playboy. I remember my friends brought that to school. That was big news.
Well, pretty sure you got caught. Alright, so with that being said, since we're going that route with divas back in the day, Christy Hemming or Miss GoDaddy herself, Michelle. Oh, that wasn't Michelle.
Remember how old I am.
Oh, damn, I'm sorry. So let me bring this to current states. Sasha Banks or Bayley.
Is neither an option?
Alright, well, favorite current diva then. Or they're not divas.
They're not
I don't know why we're saying
They're women, you will respect them as so.
lady
favorite.
wrestlers. Ladies can wrestle too.
With a little bit of bias, I guess I could say Shayna Baszler.
I love Shayna.
She's great.
She's cool, man. I mean, I got the chance to hang out with her in New Orleans. Real cool, very cool person. Okay, Star Wars or Star Trek?
It's an easy question, huh?
Huh. I wonder.
I gotta check out the board.
Star Wars all the way.
Very smart he is. The voice is strong. Love Star Wars. All right. Okay, so last question here. If you had a choice between being the internet champion or wrestling inside of a death match for the United States Championship, which one are you going to
Who am I facing in the United States Championship?
R-Truth.
R-Truth in a death match?
R-Truth in the death match.
I mean,
And he has a little Jimmy.
I mean, he might not show up either. Can you just get it by force? Who knows?
Huh.
I mean, you know, R-Truth can just show up in the wrong place, kind of like Razor here being stuck here for a week. He may end up inside the rabbit hole, who knows?
I guess, I mean, I would like to see R-Truth in a death match. What better way than to be in it with him?
I mean, R-Truth has to be, what is he, 72 or?
Actually, I think he just had a birthday recently. I saw he's like 40, 46.
Hold on. Hey, I got this. Hey Siri. How old is R-Truth? There you go.
There you
She
go.
is so reliable.
Thank you, Siri.
A lot more reliable than that Google. Or does she even have a name?
No.
She doesn't have a name.
It's Hey Google.
Just Hey Google. That's it? She doesn't have a name at all?
Plus with Siri, like I had her with a British accent. Am I up?
No, I
You have yours with a British accent?
Figure out.
Huh?
I have the Australian accent. Yeah, oh, man, it's so sweet. Kind of like the way she
Yeah,
talks.
Google sucks.
English definitely sucks. All right.
Hey,
Yeah,
great shot.
great shot. Looks like Ryder won this game.
By the way, I didn't sink a single ball during this whole thing. That's the worst player of all time.
You are the worst.
I won last game, though.
You suck. But you're an awesome friend. Awesome friend. But you suck at pool. Okay.
Facts, big facts.
Big facts.
The kids say.
But I just want to say it's a very nice t-shirt that you're wearing.
Oh, thank you.
Where'd you get that from?
Well, free actually on the show, but you know, where can we get it from?
Whatamaneuver.net. That is right. What a maneuver, which was Vince McMahon's favorite thing to say in the 90s.
What a maneuver. What a maneuver. Look at that move.
With that being said, that was a nice edition of 21 Questions. Ryder Reid is here. Razor Sharp is probably still lost inside the bathroom.
I won the belt because he cheated. So.
Obviously, dude, you didn't
In
win.
what way?
Look at the balls on the table.
We can have a match whenever you want.
All right. If we're judging it just by time since, he clearly kicked your ass.
Well, today's opposite day, so obviously you lost.
So you're gonna make up a day? What's this, Rusev Day now? Just making up days?
Every day is reset day.
Is it?
Well, no.
Not anymore. We'll find out on the next episode, episode number 3.
Oh, I went up for the handshake and I got the nod.
Retake!
Now he's just trying to get the logo on his back.
I was just trying to get the logo on the back.
Did you get me?
I was like,
Yeah.